Yo, welcome back to the Homies Tribune. It's me, Mike Gam, as your host, talking to the homies. If this is your first time tuning in, if you have tuned in, then you already know the show wouldn't be right without the infamous Red Cup. You dig what I'm saying? Listen, don't worry about what's in my cup. It's my cup. Period. Listen, people, I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. We're about to go on and get right into this show. Somebody sent me this clip and it just stuck with me. So
because I couldn't make enough money writing songs, and I would notice how the cars on the assembly line would come down. They'd come in a bare metal frame, and they go out a brand new car, and they have their quality control where they would check different things. But each station would go and it would move along, and I saw that. So I got the idea that why don't I start an assembly line for singers and artists and bring them in, a kid off the street, unknown, and put them through a process, and they come out a star. And we actually did that. You know, they went and we had artist development where they would learn to dance and learn to walk and talk. And then when they would come in one door and unknown, and then when they came out of another door, they had a hit record, sometimes number one, and it was great. At four.
so that was Barry Gordy. For those that don't know, super big, the owner, the head guy, the CEO at Motown Records. You know what I'm saying? Made a bunch of stars. Do your homework on them. A bunch of stars, right? But he was talking about artist development and how he saw how they was doing it at the at Ford Motors or whatever, and they had the assembly line, and he had the idea. It sparked in his head like, why don't we do that to somebody off the like somebody with talent off the street though, that put them through artist development where they know how to, they come in a unknown and they leave out as a star once they leave our assembly line. You understand what I'm saying? I think they need to get I think they need to get back to that. Like, I think it's good to have a bunch of followers, like a bunch of followers shows that okay, people are listening to you, people, they gravitate towards you. But I think they still should make it to where we're doing artist development. And let me tell you why. The reason why we should do that is because I think it helps you in interviews, because through this artist development, you learning how to talk, you having your PR, you're doing all that, you're doing all that stuff. Also won't be so many. Back then it was you had one hit wonders, but they had more substance. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to now, where it's a lot of one hit wonders, or sometimes I even ask the question, or you know, are you going to play this for your kid 20, 40 years from now? Like our parents did for us, where you grew up on a lot of the Motown music. You didn't come in that era, but you know these songs. You know, My Girl from the Temptations. You know the Supremes. You know Diana Ross. You know these songs. Even if you didn't come in that era, you still know these songs. You know the way you do the things you do. Oh, baby, as pretty as you are, you could have been. You know these songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, your parents came up off of them, they taught them to you, and it kept going. You know the Jackson 5, the Michael Jacksons, these songs. Old school, great music. My question is the music that we're listening to today, and I mean in this era, are we going to show this to our kids 20 years from now, 40 years from now? Would this music still be around? I think for most of it, no. I think that's just my opinion. Most of it, no. Um, some of it, yeah. So like, and the ones that I say yeah to are the ones that come from a different. They get a little a best of both worlds type, if that makes sense. Like like the Chris Brown. I think he come from best of both worlds. He come from the social media era, but he also come from old school Hollywood, where he best of both worlds, where he understand the artist development. You know what I'm saying? Where he actually been through it. He gets it. You know, but at the same time, social media where it has helped him be a presence, a super presence on social media, opposed to somebody I can't think of nobody just off the top of my head right now who just or they became famous off Instagram or something, or they made him a star because he had a bunch of followers, And I also get it where it's hard to stop the artist when they already got a following. I get it. I just think when they had the artist development, the music had a little more substance. They knew what to say in interviews because take something like perfect example, take Vlad interview. uh Vlad. A lot of people say, man, he's the feds, he's whoop, he asks these questions and he get people, indicted and stuff like that. And some of the stuff that people say about it, I agree. But at the same time, he's just doing his job as far as asking the question. You know what I mean? I feel that this is where the artist development would help tremendously. Where people not just on there, yeah, I killed him. Yeah. I did that. Yeah, I did that robbery. They're saying he's asking a question, but it's just he don't have a gun to your head and forcing you to answer these questions because it's a way to answer these questions without answering these questions. That's what that artist development teach you. I think the best one, the best one who did it though, I have to say is Pee Wee. If you Pee Wee Longway, if you who's a rap artist, I remember Vlad kept pressing the issue on him, like, yeah. So you came up as a Crip, right? Pee Wee kept on, nah, man, I just like the color. Blue, it's just a good color, Or yeah, you came up in gangs when you were little. Nah, man, I was a school kid. Nah, I like school. I was a school. Every time Vlad try to counter, he'd counter back. I'm gonna answer the question, but I'm not about to incriminate myself. This is what artist development teach you. And Pee Wee Longway is probably the only one that's been on there without incriminating himself in part of this new era. You know what I'm saying? I loved how he did that, man. And I take that back too. Lil Baby did it as well. Like he asked Baby a question, and he was so sharp, and he asked him about a fight that he had in jail, and he was like, "How you know about that?" Or I think might have heard it from you saying in the interviews, and Baby was so conscious of like, nah, nah. But how you know he was a white dude? I ain't never said that. And he said, he was just on top of it. Those two are the only ones that hop on Vlad without super incriminating themselves when he asking them questions. So my question to you is, after saying all this, is basically, do you feel that we need to go back to artist development? Instead of just like, oh man, he got a bunch of followers, we go throw him out there. We just go put him out there. He had a viral moment. We just putting him out there. I think when they do that, I think they leading people to crash and burn when it's like that. Don't get me wrong. I love this era. Don't get it twisted. I love this era where it's you doing without the big people. You making your own wave because this little phone right here, the little phone that something right there at your hands is making a lot of stars, which I love. I love that. It's helping a lot of it helped a lot of people get rich. All I'm saying is I think that artist development specifically uh give you longevity instead of just in the moment. You know what I'm saying? This is making a lot of stars, but when people put that bag behind you and they put you through a little artist development, whether it's whether you're a hip hop or rap artist or R&B or rock, whatever genre you're in, or you're an actor or your model, that artist development helps you, that longevity, the little things that it helps you with. I think they need to get back to that. What's your opinion? Do you feel they need to get back to artist development? Do you think this is cool? Do you think you'll be the music that we're listening to right now? And I mean, like right now in this era, do you feel you'll be teaching your kid this in or showing your kid this in 20 years? Or would you forget about it? You know, like BET used to have this thing in the countdown. They used to do a countdown where in the countdown it'll show you all the 100 songs that came in this era, and a lot of the songs that came in the era, you'll be like, damn, I forgot all about this song. I think a lot of songs gonna be like that. But what's your opinion? Like, comment, subscribe. The Homies Tribune. Please comment. The ones that have been commenting, I appreciate it. I do see it. I do try to get back to you immediately as soon as I see it. The ones that have been watching, I sincerely appreciate it. Thank you again. The Homies Tribune, me, Mike Gam. Enjoy your Wednesday. Be great. You dig what I'm saying? Peace.